Greetings, friends. Prepare for another thrilling journey as we delve into Reddit's most bizarre tales. We're plunging deep into the quirkiest corners of the web. Grab your popcorn and join us on this adventure. Remember to hit subscribe and like. Let's begin. Tonight, my wife of 10 years confessed to being unfaithful. About a year ago, she began working at a new job, a place where many people with her qualifications aspire to be. It was an entry-level position meant to get her foot in the door. She was surrounded by ambitious and accomplished individuals, while I worked from home and took care of our child. I have been the sole breadwinner for several years, supporting her between jobs, during her studies, and now with this job that doesn't pay much. Since the birth of our child, we've grown distant. It happened slowly, almost imperceptibly, until it was too late. When we realized the distance between us, we scrambled to find a way forward. We both started individual therapy and wanted to start couples counseling, but our busy work schedules and caring for our 2-year-old made it nearly impossible to find the time. In addition to starting therapy, I also quit smoking, began exercising, and took over all the household chores. I wanted her to focus on her career and not feel overwhelmed when she came home. I was trying to do everything I could to make her happy. Last night, we had a very open and honest conversation. We didn't hold back but approached it with the understanding that we wanted to move forward. We discussed past behaviors that led us to this point, made plans for the future, and agreed that our child was the most important thing in our lives. We decided to be the kind of parents our child could look up to and admire, and to hold each other accountable with weekly scheduled conversations. Towards the end of our discussion, I noticed she received a notification from a different messaging app, which she dismissed unusually quickly. I recognized the app icon and caught a brief glimpse of the message, and alarm bells started ringing in my head. Shortly after, she suggested sleeping in separate rooms as if it was part of our earlier conversation, and went to bed. Tonight, while she was giving our child a bath, curiosity got the better of me, and I saw some messages I wish I hadn't. Shaking uncontrollably as the reality set in, I took a screenshot and sent it to myself. I then realized that her phone was receiving some of my messages, which I'm still trying to figure out. I remained calm, and once our child was asleep, I asked her if she was having an affair. She denied it. Then I asked, "Who is dialing?" She responded, "A coworker." Then I quoted one of his inappropriate messages. Eventually, she admitted to being intimate with him. Dylan was a familiar name. He held a high position in her office, having recently been promoted. He's older, in his 50s, and had been very supportive of my wife's career path. He is also married with children. I found out she had been on the phone with him for 30 minutes, which made her late to the special dinner I cooked at her request. The moment she confessed, I told her to leave. I could barely see or hear anything other than the words leaving my mouth. "Get out." We argued for a while. She didn't want to leave our child. It felt like she didn't grasp the consequences of her actions. "If I leave, I'm taking our kid with me," she said. I tried to explain in various ways that this wasn't going to happen. Eventually, she left. I don't know where she went. I'm not proud of it, but before she even pulled out of the driveway, I called her office and reported her affair with Dylan. Even now, less than an hour after making that call, I recognize it was a terrible thing to do. I also reported our joint debit card as lost. I feel less bad about that. She can still transfer the money out. I don't know what to do from here. My sister advised me to do nothing for now, to sit with it for a while. I spoke with her father, and he kept saying that forgiveness is powerful. Tomorrow, I'll be looking for a lawyer to explore my options. I'm scared for what this means for our child. I don't know how divorce works in my state, but I'm worried that she might get custody of our child and that I'll have to pay alimony and child support. I'm already struggling financially, partly because of my wife's spending habits. What can I do? How do I move forward? What will happen to our child? These questions terrify me, and I'm afraid of what the answers might be. I'm devastated. I'd appreciate advice on how to proceed. How can I start healing? What can I do to keep custody of our child? I have no intention of keeping them apart, but I want to be the primary caregiver. What can I do to avoid paying alimony or child support?